What a world, right? Now, one whale could make up to 200 barrels, which is pretty crazy, right? They would melt the blubber down with the stove. It would take ages, and then they would put it in barrels and then put it down the bottom of the ship. And every ship could hold almost 2,000 barrels, right? And that would equate to what I said before, about $2 to $4 million in today's money worth of oil. So you come home with a pretty little penny, but it would have to be shared between the crew, between the captain, between the people that funded the whale expedition to begin with. So, yeah, you get paid okay if you survived. If you survived, right? Some of this stuff was just brutal. I didn't even tell you about the sharks. Yeah, there's sharks involved, of course. When there's a big old dead whale floating in the middle of the ocean, what does that attract? Sharks, yeah. So this guy was jumping off the boat, digging a hole in a giant whale carcass, jumping into the whale carcass, scooping out blubber, scooping it back to his mates to melt down, setting a fire on a wooden ship. And meanwhile, the whole time this is happening, there is like 20 to 30 sharks just chewing on the outside of the whale, trying to eat its way into where you are. It is just nuts. It is crazy what we did for oil. And we didn't even put it in cars back then. It was just so aristocrats could play noughts and crosses after 9 p.m. So the whale ships get back to shore. They sell this whale oil. And it's going for 80, 100 years. This is a very, very profitable business, right? And we're using this whale oil to lubricate big machinery, light things on fire. That's basically it at this point. There's not many uses for it, right? But it is the primo stuff and everyone likes it. One day, a guy gets off the ship and says, oh, that was a tough one. Year and a half out in sea. We brought back 2,000 barrels. Ooh, we're happy with this. We can't wait. We can't wait until we get our payday. Who's coming to buy this oil? And some guy says to him, nobody. He's like, what? Oh, we don't need it no more. What? While you were away, right? Some guy walked in from his farm to a shop with a black goo on his boots. And now we're all using oil in the ground. Now we're all using oil from the ground. What? It's in the ground? There's oil in the ground? There was oil in the ground the whole time. I was out there. Amongst the sharks. I had to cut a hole in the body of and I was inside the monster. And I was scooping and it smelled and it was bad and I was out and then the man and he touched me in the hammock and I don't want to talk about it